face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Tinsay Gabiao, your host for this hour's news. Join us as we bring you the latest stories and updates from across the African continent. First, Mauritania. On the sidelines of the Mediterranean Dialogues Forum in Naples, Italy, Mohamed Salam Ould Merzoug, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation, and Mauritanians abroad, held a meeting with Javier Colomina, Special Representative of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization for the Southern Mediterranean. Discussions focused on strengthening cooperation relations between Mauritania and NATO, as well as issues of mutual interest. Lesotho's Ministry of Tourism, Sports, Arts and Culture, in collaboration with Ministry of Education and Training, has on Thursday launched Quality Physical Education Forum in Maseru. Minister of Education and Training Professor Natoy Rapapa emphasized the important role physical education plays in promoting happiness and lifelong well-being, highlighting that sports are often where people, especially youth, find joy. He mentioned that the forum, guided by UNESCO principles, aims to create inclusive, high-quality physical education across Africa and strengthen the link between the Ministries of Health, Education and Training and that of Tourism, Sports, Arts and Culture. He stressed the need for innovative solutions and called on African countries to collaborate in making sports more accessible. He urged educators to support learners, helping them become the leaders of tomorrow, and insisted that physical education must be treated as a core part of education that empowers and inspires. Professor Rapapa called for regular reviews to track progress and ensure every learner benefits from these initiatives.
They shaped history. They inspired generations. They are the notables.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Thursday condemned the military takeover in Madagascar, where an army colonel who led the coup is poised to be sworn in as president just 3 days after seizing power. Guterres strongly condemns the unconstitutional change of government in Madagascar and calls for the swift restoration of constitutional order and the rule of law, UN spokesperson Stephanie Dujarric said in a statement. Colonel Michael Randerina, a Malagasy military officer, was sworn in on Friday as the president of Madagascar in the capital Antananarivo, Xinhua reported. Madagascar has been suspended from the African Union, which said it totally rejects the takeover, according to media reports. Africa's vast potential to supply maritime workers and safariers was spotlighted at the first ever Africa Maritime Conference in Addis Ababa. The event brought together stakeholders from across the continent to explore Africa's future role in global maritime industry. Tites Kilonozi, Deputy Director of Bandari Maritime Academy in Mombasa, Kenya, highlighted Africa's key advantages: a large educated youth population, competitive labor costs, and extensive coastlines with numerous ports. We must ensure that the ideas discussed here are implemented, said Kilonozi. Africa could be the biggest beneficiary with our youth ready to take on key roles in global shipping and logistics. He added that with rising maritime traffic and increased interest in safaring careers, Africa could potentially supply over half of the world's maritime workforce.
Africa is a growing economy. Of course, there are so many ships that will be calling to the African ports, bringing in materials, of course, imports, fertilizers, etc., etc. We have a very big advantage, and we may be able even to produce more than half of the world's maritime workers, that is seafarers, and of course ports and other related fields in the maritime domain.
Abbas Saidikan, Director of Shipping and Maritime Services at the Gambia Maritime Administration, applauded the initiative, noting the need to raise awareness and invest up maritime education.
We have a continent full of youthful people. We have a lot of youthful age in Africa who are hardworking, who are intelligent, and who can be of great potential in the maritime industry.
The Ambassador of Republic of Tunisia to Nigeria, Mohsen Antit, has pledged his country's commitment to strengthening economic ties with Nigeria to boost trade and enhance revenue generation. Mr. Antit made the commitment during the Nadikomo-Boka Progressive Markets Association All Markets Conference 2025 held in Lagos on Wednesday, with the theme Empowering Trade Unions for Revenue Generation and Modernization. He said Tunisia was ready to partner with Nigerian government across key sectors such as agriculture, banking and finance, mining, oil and gas, aviation and security to advance mutual prosperity. Mr. Antit said Tunisia will be eager to open discussions to collaborate in these areas. I reiterate Tunisia's commitment to deepening ties with Nigeria and with the Nadimumboka organization to trade, culture, education, and people-to-people connections. Now to business headlines. Tanzania on Thursday announced the discovery of significant natural gas deposits in the villages of Manyundo and Mapapura in the Mtwara region located about 500 kilometers south of Dar es Salaam. The discovery was made during ongoing exploration activities in the Lindi Mtwara block, which covers 736 square kilometers and includes 48 villages across Mtwara and Matama district councils. Natural gas was found leaking from water wells in Manyundo and Mapapura, indicating promising reserves, said James Matarigio, Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Energy, adding that preliminary studies suggest a high potential for natural gas in the area. Based on previously collected seismic data, there is up to 32% probability of gas presence in the block, he noted. He said that the growing demand for natural gas across the industry, domestic and transportation sectors has prompted the government to step up exploration efforts in line with Tanzania's Development Vision 2050. According to official statistics from the Ministry of Energy, Tanzania's natural gas reserves are currently estimated at around 57.54 trillion cubic feet, with more than 49 trillion cubic feet located in offshore fields.
El Dorado, a land of wealth, a future of limitless possibilities. This is El Dorado. From natural rich to groundbreaking innovations, discover Africa's untapped potential. El Dorado.
Finally, the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo and New York-based energy investor HydroLink have signed a memorandum of understanding to construct a $1.5 billion, 1,150-kilometer electricity transmission line connecting Angola and the DRC. The agreement was signed in Washington, D.C. during the U.S. DRC Economic and Investment Forum by Amine Sakombi Molendo, the DRC's Minister of Hydraulic Resources and Electricity, and Paul Hinks, Chairman and CEO of HydroLink. The project aims to deliver surplus hydropower from Angola to the DRC's southern eastern Cobra Belt region, where mining and industrial operations face frequent power shortages. Completion is targeted for 2029. According to HydroLink CEO Paul Hinks, the project will supply significant new energy capacity to both countries. HydroLink is an investment that will deliver 1,200 megawatts of reliable and affordable electricity to the province of Angola and the DRC. It will support the mining sectors, local industries, and the population over a vast area. Next, let's check the current weather forecast. That's all for today's Pulse of Africa. Thank you for joining us.